Hello everyone, Pockets here, and I'm really glad to be bringing this game to my channel. What you're looking at here is Magic the Gathering Arena, an online place to play Magic the Gathering. Magic was a passion of mine a few years back before I had kids and all that. And had a lot of fun playing it, doing the local, competitive scene, playing at the Friday Night Magics and pre-releases and all that stuff. Was pretty good at it locally. I don't know if I was at the time anywhere near, professional grade, but had a lot of fun doing it. Ended up giving it up due to moving away from my local game store and just being too busy to get out as much as I'd like. But my 12-year-old recently got shown Magic by some friends and has kind of gotten into it, which kind of dragged me back. And in my research into how things look now, I discovered this arena. So here we are. I have been playing for a fair bit of February. I kind of came in just as Ravnica Allegiance was hitting the scene and have kind of built up some cards since then. I'm currently sitting at gold rank, which isn't a huge accomplishment, but I figure as we go and I get better and I get more cards, we'll be able to make a go at it. I have been playing with most recently my Gates deck that I put together. Just a fun little deck. I don't think it's top tier. Doesn't look like it is. I have some struggles with it. Obviously, it's not complete. There's some cards missing. I did finally get my 4th Plaza of Harmony yesterday with the wild cards. Mass Manipulation is in here. When it's good, it's really good. But there's a lot of times where I have it, I don't really want it, so I may just drop it. Absorb is just a placeholder until I find out what I want to put in some of these spots. So I'll just run over the deck real quick and then we'll play a couple games and see how it goes. So we do have a bit of ramp. So it places 4 colors. I guess we'll start with that. White, blue, red, green. Very heavy on the red and green. A little bit on the blue and white, but very heavy red and green. So we ramp with wow, I can't even ever say this word. Circuitous Route and Growth Spiral. That allows us to get some gates into play, or at least draw a card with Growth Spiral. If you have multiple land, it's a really good card to get your ramp up. Most of my lands, in fact all of mine except for the Plaza of Harmony, come into play tapped. So it can be pretty slow that way. So whatever we can do to get extra land on the field, extra mana for the next turn is helpful. Guild Summit, really good card draw. So every time you play a gate, you get a card. And you can tap extra gates when you first play it to get some if you have spares. Gates Ablaze, dealing damage equal to the number of gates you have. The bombs here are Gatebreaker Ram and Gates Ablaze work together. Your Gates Ablaze will never be big enough to kill your own Gatebreaker Ram, because the Gatebreaker gets +1/+1 for every gate you control. And typically, because in this deck runs with Vigilance and Trample as well. Really good there. Absorb, like I said, just a placeholder. Another base wipe. Deal 3 damage to each creature. I'm just kind of testing this one out. It also gives us lifelink, which can be helpful against aggro decks, where they get you down a fair bit. Throw out a Gatebreaker Ram, Deafening Clarion attack for 7, 8 lifelink and Trample and Vigilance. Archway Angel as well, giving you 2 life for every gate you control, just to recover from some early aggro. Gate Colossus is a fun card. 8 mana, 8/8. Cannot be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less, but it costs 1 less to cast for every gate you have in play. So you're usually casting it on like turn 5 for 3 mana, or if you're really lucky and you ramped a bit, you can do turn 4 for 4. Pretty cool. And also, whenever, if it's in the graveyard, if you play a gate, you can pull it from the graveyard, put it on top of your library. Works really good with Gate Summit, or Guild Summit, Gate Summit. Everything's gates, where it allows you to pull it to the top of your deck and then draw it and then cast it, often for free later in the game. Hydroid Krasis, really awesome card in Magic, just overall should be in pretty much any deck that can play it. I can think of very few instances you wouldn't like to have this card, especially if you're in blue-green already. The biggest thing with it is the card draw, and to some extent the life gain. So you get half X life gain and half X card draw when you cast the spell. Now the card doesn't have to resolve to get that. Just by casting you get it. There's no way to really counter it other than taking it out of your hand and getting rid of it. Once it's hit the table, you get the 2 or 3 cards or 4 cards and the life gain. When it does hit the table, XX power and toughness with +1/+1 counters and flying trample. So a really decent creature. I usually try to get it out for at least 4. So you get 2 life, 2 cards, and a 4/4 flying trample for 6 mana. Pretty decent card. Any deck that can play it should be using it. Again, Mass Manipulation lets you take control of X creatures. Very situational. So I may end up pulling this out when I decide what I want to replace it with. I could go a 4th Gate Colossus, but I want to try to find something cool. I might drop Mass Manipulation, Absorb for Gateway Sneak or something, but let's take a look at what we can do here. So I'll show you this deck. We'll play a couple games. What I really want to do is start drafting. So probably in the next video, I'll definitely go into a draft. I was playing a red deck wins for a while, and it was effective. There are some tricks. It takes a little bit of practice to know when to cast certain things, but mostly it's just play out everything you have and hope you win. So I wanted to get away from that. That's why the Gates card. I am working on some other decks as well once I get the cards for it. So Mono Blue Tempo, which is really big right now, doing well in the Mythic Championship, which I watched over this weekend. Sultai Midrange. Gates Gold, this I can actually delete because I'm most of the way there. I'm just missing the last couple cards. And Merfolk we can ignore. That's just something I'm playing with. I liked when they gave it to me, the free Merfolk deck for grinding. So a little bit of Magic Arena for those who aren't familiar with it. If you ever played Hearthstone, it feels very similar, but it's Magic, and I think just the mana system and the color system in Magic works for me better than Hearthstone ever did, so I'm definitely feeling it here, working much better. So you get daily quests, that's what these are. You get up to 3 of them if you let them respawn. You can see here I have 10 hours before this one goes. Right now I have cast 20 black or red spells, you get 500 gold. Then for this is like a cycling win, so for every win you get either a gold, that goes down to as low as 50, or a card. And this is kind of a weekly reset, so at 5, 10, and 15 you get a pack. Once you hit 15, you have to wait for it to reset this week. Mine just resets. We're good to go. There's lots of different game modes you can play, so if I click on play, right now we have Traditional Ravnica Draft, Ravnica Allegiance. So this is a draft for those who are familiar with it. You have 3 packs of cards, you open a pack, pick your card, pass it around. 8 people at a table, in this case bots. I would like to see a live draft. I know bots can be a little tricky, but because they don't adjust to the meta as quickly as players would. Did a lot of drafting in the day. I'd like to see them do a person draft, but that'd be something that had to be scheduled. It'd be different. I can see why they went this way first. Constructed event, which is you play best of 1 with a constructed deck. If we click into it, you play until you have 3 losses or 7 wins, and your prizes go up. So just for showing up, you get 100 gold coins back. So it's 500 to get in, you get 100 back, and 3 random cards of at least uncommon. As you go up, the prizes go. At 5 wins, you get at least 1 rare. Actually, at 4, you break kind of even, get your 500 gold back, and 3 uncommons. That's usually where I end up, at 3 or 4, typically in the last couple weeks. I haven't hit 5 yet because, well, I'm still getting back into it, and I still make a lot of bad plays. And people are kind of used to the Gates deck, so they know how to beat it, but that's cool. And then drafting is kind of similar. If we go back home, so it's also draft Guilds of Ravnica. This is best of 1 draft, which is kind of where I'm sitting at the moment. But similar idea, you get your 3 packs, draft your cards. Just for showing up, you get another pack and 50 gems. So you need 750 to start, but you get 50 back, so it's 700 or 5,000 gold if you have it. Right now, I'm just using my gold to buy packs because I need the cards. This is something we're going to do on stream. The kind of break-even point is about 5 to 6 wins. So 5 wins is close enough because it's cost you 50. So you can do lots if you get that far. I did a couple Allegiance drafts. I never got over 3 wins though. But that's okay. We will get there as I get my feet back under me. Oh, no, we don't need that. Then they have some other ones too, like Traditional Constructed, which is best of 3. Same as the event, but constructed. And then you have Play, which is just playing random matches. There's no ranking. You just kind of play whatever. That's what I use to kind of grind these when I need the gold. Traditional Play, best of 3, unranked, and then ranked play, which is where I've been living. Eventually we're going to get to traditional ranked. I just need to build up my cards. So let's go ahead and get a game, and we'll see how this goes. So the intent of me putting this on this channel is, in playing this, I've noticed I do miss the social aspect. So talking to people about Magic while you're sitting there. So I'm hoping this kind of get the discussion going on the channel and on my Pockets DK Discord. Ugh. See, this looks good, but I don't have a blue source, and I'd like to maybe draw one at least in the next couple of turns. It's not a great hand, but we're going to keep it because you don't really want to mulligan down with this. You want to get as many cards as you can. And we should be able to draw into a blue source. We have like 8, 9 of them, 10 of them, I think. We're going to go with this to start and say hello. But yeah, so we can discuss it down in the channel down below, or down in the comment section. Obviously, call out my misplays if I didn't call it out already. There will be plenty of them at this point. Also, I have my Discord, links in the comment section. If you want to hit me up there, we can talk Magic there. Just trying to get that community feel back while I play. And eventually I will be streaming this. I'm just working out some things that I learned in my last Eve stream. So we're still on these. We don't have a blue source, so we won't be able to do a growth spiral turn 3, but we can get a turn 4 Gates Ram, which is Gatebreaker Ram, which is usually what you're after. Currently mono black. We'll probably see blue coming up. We have vampire deck, so life gain, black white maybe. Black white life gain. Usually we can outrace it. If it has a lot of removal, we might struggle in the beginning. There's another reason to have a blue source. Alright, let's just roll out the gates. You can see how it's slow, so we're going to take a bit of damage. That's normal. I've gotten down as low as 2 and then made a swing back and won a game. So we'll see. There's the Gateway Angel. We'll be able to cast her because we have a white source. We're going to go ahead and put out. And we'll roll out the Gatebreaker. He'll probably kill it with like murder, would be my guess, but we'll do it because we've got to draw it out somewhere. So let's see what happens. If he doesn't, we're in a good position. There's a white source, so we could see a Mortify. Could see a Chupacabra. Lots of things we could see from black and black-white. Take care of it. Here we have the mass manipulation. We have no blue sources, so this will probably, if we ever have to discard, that's gone. Oh, okay, lifelink. We can swing through that. We'll see what they do here. Wow. So here's a situation where we could Gates Ablaze for 4, clear the field, and start swinging, which we might do, because we do have 4 of them, so we'll see another one. So let's just go ahead. We'll Gates Ablaze, so they don't gain life, because that's a problem, and then we'll attack with our Ram. 7 damage, boom. And we'll see what he does. Surprised I didn't see removal there. Very surprised. Maybe he didn't have anything. Yeah, 3 life switch. Let's 6 life swing. Ouch. That hurts. Alright, well, I think we just keep swinging because we're going to win this race at this point. And just hope that the next couple of turns we draw into a blue source. I'd like to be able to cast this to draw a card. Get Guild Summit out is really good, really important. He's deciding if he wants to block this or not. He kind of has to. He's not going to, though. He must have something going on here. I mean, that's a short clock with a 7/7 trample vigilance on the field. I wouldn't mind a Deafening Clarion just to widen the life gap. It wouldn't be opposed. Or just another land. There's some life linkers. So we could use a Gates Ablaze. Clarion would be good. Okay, there's a blue source next turn, so that's okay, because this one comes into play tapped, and next turn it can create any mana we want. So we're just going to go ahead and use our... Let's use one of our whites. Oh! I hate when that happens. Misclicked. Okay, we're going to swing for 8. He has to block it. He'll gain some life, but we'll kill some creatures. And it is trample. So he definitely has to block it unless he has a combat trick up his sleeve, like Death Touch. No. Let's just through for 7. He'll gain 1. That's fine. We have our blue source, so we can see what we get. We may Guild Summit, we may Spiral. We'll see what we get. If we get a gate, we'll Guild Summit. Actually, we'll get Guild Summit either way. So if we don't get a land, we may draw 1 with Guild Summit. Okay, it needs Seceded. Yeah, figured. So there we go. Wasn't the perfect hand, but you can just see how the deck kind of works. We didn't really get to do anything super fancy, but we cast 1 red spell. That was our Gates Ablaze. Oh, there's our 1 win. So now it'll probably be a card. Oh no, it's going to be 100 gold this time. We'll play another game. But yeah, so having a lot of fun with this. Another thing I'd like to start doing is if there's people out there that want to just play either on camera or not. I know they have implemented a Discord integration where we can challenge through Discord, so we could use the Pockets DK Discord and set up some games, eventually running tournaments, all sorts of stuff. Lots of things we could do. So blue and green, that's good. It's good. We'll start with the green source, or the blue source. Yeah, I think we're good here. So we'll be able to turn 2 Spiral, or turn 3 Spiral at least. If he goes first, so if we draw the other gate, we could turn 3 at, yeah, we got this. So we're going to keep this. Again, it's slow. We don't have very many lands that come into play not tapped. By putting, I'd like to have the Simic Guildgate, because if you Simic Guildgate into the Plaza of Harmony, then you can turn to a growth spiral, which is real nice, but you got to get, because the Plaza of Harmony only creates mana of colors that gates you control can already create, so you need the Simic Guildgate to pull that off turn 2. I did run it with forests, and I might still put some of those back in. We'll go with this one. Ran it with forest, so if we had to play like this, we could play forest on turn 2. But I got rid of those, and I should maybe put those back in, because it did work. Ugh. Oh, I'll just keep rolling it out. We're going to go against red aggro here, so we just have to go quick as we can. Turn 4 Gatebreaker Ram will help. Unless they run... They'd have to double Wizard Lightning or something to get rid of it. Although Steamkins are pretty scary sometimes too. We do have a Gates Ablaze though, so we could turn 4 Gates Ablaze to wipe the field. So we're gonna do 2 here. This is our ramp, so we'll pop this out, and then we're gonna growth spiral. Once that resolves, for some reason it's frozen. There we go. Which will allow us to play one of these other gates. Worst case. Ooh, Hydroid Krasis. Let's put out another blue source. We have dual blue, dual green. Can we do that? I clicked it. It's lagging pretty bad here. It is in beta, so we do occasionally see this. This is the first time I've seen it this bad. We'll see if it resolves here. Check my network connection. Oh, I'm full. Everything else is taken away here. Hopefully I don't time out. Come on. No! Why are we doing this? There we go. So there's a bit of ramp, turn 4, so... Okay, beautiful. Now he's going to use that to cast everything in his hand. If he's smart, you get one of them, get them up to 4, then swing. Oh yeah, nice. Nice turn, buddy. That's 7, 10. I think he's got us. Wow, that popped off just before we were ready for him. This is a similar deck to what I used to play. My other red deck, it has the Steamkins and the electrostatic fields and all of that. This is basically, he just got, because that's 3, 7, 10. Yeah, it's nothing I can do. He's going to do 4 here. It is lagging again. So the plan would have been to Gates Ablaze to wipe the field, get rid of his Steamkins. Play another gate. I don't want to lose if he times out. That would not be good. He has me dead right here. This is a loss. Unless for some reason he doesn't attack. But this timing out, this doesn't feel good. I could take the loss. I don't want this win. Come on, game. I mean, I'll take it. I won't complain, but it's not the kind of win to feel good about. Nor is it the kind of loss to feel good about. Come on. See, I don't even see him like looking at things, so his game is... We are definitely desynced here. Alright, I'll bring you guys back when something happens. Okay, so it says I lost my connection. We're going to see what it does here. Should bring us back into the game if the game hasn't timed out. Maybe a draw, which sucks. He had me dead. So we go to profile. Yeah, it was a loss. I lost my tick. That's okay. I can take that. He had me anyway. It was a loss regardless. So let's play one more game and see how it goes. Let's do that. So once I get more cards, I intend to also flesh out a sideboard, and then we'll go into standard or traditional, which is your best of 3, which is, you know, what I'm used to. But for an online format, best of 1 can be a lot of fun. You just kind of build an all-arounder deck. There are some things like, there's decks where I just can't win without a sideboard. Nexus comes to mind. So I always like when I see those. Okay, so here's a good spot to be because we have Simic Guildgate and a Plaza of Harmony. which means we can, but we don't have, almost. If we draw a spiral growth, or whatever the frig it's called now, in the by the next turn, we've got this. Oh, it's not, yeah, here it is, Simic. Put that out first. So if we get it, that would be optimal. We did not. Okay. So in this case, we might save the Plaza, since we're not going to get the life gain anyway, and we'll play it turn 3 for a Circuitous Route or a something else. Yeah, let's put out this Izzet Gate. Because it'll give us a turn, yeah, turn 3. We can do Gates Ablaze if we need to, or we can turn 4 Circuitous Route to get major ramp. So we'll put a Selesnya Gate, give us our white source as well. So when this is out, we can cast all 4 colors with it. Okay, whenever... What? We cast a multicolor spell, create a 1/1 human. Okay. Okay. So here, do we wipe the field or we let it build up a little bit? I think we let it build up a little bit. We're going to actually do Guild Summit. Yeah, we're going to save that until we need it, because we're going to pay 3, so that's blue. It does this so that you can choose not to tap gates, so the auto tapper doesn't mess you up. So that's why for this one you manually assign. We're going to go with another Izzet Gate. We'll draw a card. There's another Guild Summit. Okay. So I think next turn is Gates Ablaze and a Gate. Gate first. Yeah, that's going to Gates Ablaze here. Okay, cool. No problem. He's going wide. We can get rid of it here shortly. That's nice too. That actually buys us a turn, but 2, 4, 6, 10 at least. Yeah, we need to take him. We need to take him down. So we are going to. What do we have here? Well, Plaza of Harmony to gain 3 life. We will Gates Ablaze. Wipe the field. It's fine. It's got a 1/1 token. And next, we need to draw a creature. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Won't be able to get the Angel out yet. So this guy do Vigilance, Death Touch. Okay, it's fine. We got answers for that stuff. Oh. Okay. Blue. Doesn't matter. Do I need a blue source or anything? No. We'll save. We don't need any of this. We want to keep the green source. We have it here though. We'll keep this up in case we throw a gate out and draw the growth spiral. So submit, because we don't want to tap those, so we want to keep them open. We'll throw out a gate to draw a card. That's good too. I'll take it. Can't cast it this turn, but that gets us another clear if we need it. We're about to stabilize, because we can also next turn cast our Angel for 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 life. If we need it. He's going to swing for 5 here. Vigilance, so he doesn't tap. That's cool. Don't really have anything hasty, so. Okay, so that puts us on 8. We cast Angel to go to 18, 19, because we're going to put this gate out 20. Yep. Mortify, you can use it there. Ooh. So we can clear the field and Gatebreaker and risk. I think that's what we're going to actually do. Doesn't have a lot of direct damage, so we should be okay. We can always Angel next turn. 3 and 3, yeah. So we're going to put it a Simic Guildgate. We're going to Gates Ablaze first. And then we'll toss our, yep, that's fine. 2 1/1s, we can take that. Put our Gatebreaker out. He may mortify it or murder it or chupacabra it. Could be playing Ixalan's Binding, I've seen that as well. Which sucks for us. That's the worst possible removal we can get faced against, because it stops us from recasting cards of the same name. So if he Ixalan's Bindings this, I think it's called Ixalan's Binding. He puts it up here, it's exiled, and we can't cast any more Gatebreaker Rams. I had one where I had all 4 of my creature types bound, and I was like, well, okay, that's fine. That's 2 damage through, but we're going to go up. And a cheap Colossus to boot. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can't cast both, but we can certainly Gateway Angel this turn. Let's swing with the Ram first. He's going to give it... Oh, he does no mana to give it Death Touch, so he'll let it through. And then we'll Archway Angel. Archway Angel. For 12 life. Yeah, there you go. And we'll trade. If he gives it, we'll trade. His Archway Angel has now done its job. Don't think he'll use a spell to remove the Gatebreaker Ram here if he has it. So we're swinging for at least 8 next turn. We can cast this to get it up to 10. We can cast both. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Not quite. But we could cast this and then the Colossus. There we go. Not sure why he would take that one. I guess he just wants to swing through with his Seraph here. That's fine. I think I win this race. Because he's got 6, so it's 2 turns, and I've got 2 turns. Aha. Okay. So now, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the Colossus, or do we want to block with a flyer? 4 swings us for 12 and wins us the game. He could have a trick. We could crazy 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 for 5. Let's do a 5/5 flyer with 2 life and 2 cards. So pay 5, 2 and 5, boom. Let's see if he's got an answer. There's our growth spiral and another gate, which we can just throw out now to boost that guy. And swing with the 9/9. Kill it. You have to. He's probably got something here, but we'll go for it. I don't tap, so I'm not afraid of things like Summary Judgment or whatever it's called, the destroy target tapped creature. So that's nice. That's a nice thing with Vigilance. They can't kill it with that, but they can do that. That's fine. That is fine. So now what? If he gets through, I'll block. Go give it Death Touch. Lose the Crazy. Use the Krasis. Definitely wants to get. He'll definitely give it Death Touch if he swings. Okay. And then we can trade and put out the Colossus. Colossus can swing through. None of these guys can block it. Because it has to be. Yeah, that'll work. See what we draw, but that's currently the plan. Yeah, there it is. Vigilance. Death Touch. Okay. And swing. I will take those. I'll take that action. Because I can't get through with this guy anyway. So yes, that is the play. Unless he has something to make him indestructible, I'll trade that. That's fine. So all I need now is like a Clarion, Deafening Clarion. Alright, so let's put this out. Let's Growth Spiral to draw a card. There's another Archway Angel, so if we get close, we can put that out. Actually, we can do that this turn, huh? Alright. So we're going to Colossus and Archway Angel. And that's going to go. There you go. That's the life gain looks like. Boom. We can block one of his little flyers. You can get through with 3, but nothing can block this. That's 8. That's a 2-turn clock. If he taps out, do 11. Let's see here. Yeah, no, that's interesting. Those two Archway Angels definitely helped. He could have removal, but if he does, we'll just play. We'll put our Colossus back on top. Draw it next turn. Next turn. Unless we get a Guild Summit, then we put that out and cast Circuitous Route, and then put the Colossus up and draw it and put it out for free. That's pretty crazy. We could see a concede here. He's going deep. He doesn't have a lot of cards in hand. Okay, I don't have an enchantment, so gains 4 life. That's good actually. None of that can block my Colossus though, so I just need to have a blocker out at some point. There's a Guild Summit, so there we go. So we're gonna Guild Summit. We'll attack to see what he does. Oh, pay, yes. Blue. Blue. White. We're 1, 2, 3, 4. Do we want to leave any open? Yes. 1, 2, 3. In case we get a... No, we want to tap 1. No, we don't. Decline. No, we don't. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So now, let's attack. See what he does here. This guy gets through. He might block this. He might pile up all his blockers on this guy. I doubt it. But I'm on a 2-turn clock right now, so he needs to do something. He didn't. Okay. He must have something. I just saved this in case he killed the Colossus somehow. We're going to go ahead and put out that and that. Draw 2 cards. We can play this out, or Plaza of Harmony. Let's do this one, because that does draw us a card. We'll pay 1. We'll throw the Colossus to be a blocker. Look at that. Drew into that one. You see he costs 0. Put a Plaza of Harmony next turn. We can attack. If he kills one, we can pull him back to the top. And this is kind of where it goes from here. And there you go. So that's 3 games. Kind of see how the deck works. I do want to try and grind through gold tier and get up to diamond. I think it's diamond. Platinum. Platinum first. I only have a couple days though, so I don't think I'm going to make it next season, next month. It'll definitely be something I try to do more of. Yeah, we only have 3 days, so we'll see. Depends on how much I get to play, but that's my Gates deck. As I get more cards, I'm definitely going to buy some packs and do some drafts, so stay tuned for the drafting. I'll do that live. It'll be interesting because I haven't really drafted in about 11 years, 10 years, maybe 9, but it's about 10 years. So stay tuned for that. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm really excited to be playing Magic again, and I hope you guys enjoyed as well. Let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know how I could have done, what misplays I made. Definitely, it's always good to learn how to be a better Magic player, and I intend to do so. So I appreciate anything you guys have to give me. As always, take care of each other, and I'll see y'all next time. I'm out of here.